Right, we have another mould to have a look at. I'll run through it as I normally do. It's sold by Diorama Debris. It's 1/35 scale, and this is a standard flat clay roofing tile. The mould number is 1350015, and as normal there will be a link in the description box. It's produced in the UK by RJ Norris, and we'll get the mould out the bag. And I'm going to say my favourite words. There's not a great deal to look at. To be honest with you, you can just pick up the hanging nibs in there, just right down into the corners. There is little tiny hanging nibs, because these are very small tiles. And when I used to be in the building, and I used to hate having to do these type of tiles, because there's so many of them you need to cover a roof, and but I'm still a glutton for punishment. So we now go over and I'll get some cast and we'll see how it goes. And there for a split second you thought you was going to see some tiles. This one's turned up. I've had this one on back order, and I've already used it and cast some parts out of it, but this goes with the standard flat clay tiles. And now I'll go through it as normal. Diorama Debris. It's 1/35 scale. This is the standard flat clay gable and eave roof tile, and the mould number is 1350045, and it's produced in the UK by J Norris. I'll just move that off. What we have is a very, very tiny little mould, but this goes with the flat little tile. What you actually get in this mould is you get 12 of these large starter tiles. That's for the gable end, and you also get 20 eave tiles. These are your starter tiles at the bottom of the roof to make your water bond. So, like I say, I've already cast some out, and now we can go over them and look at some tiles. Right, we're back with some parts. I've done the little demo because these are so boring little parts. There's not a huge amount to see on them. So I thought I'd just show you what they actually look like on a roof. Now, start off with the last mould that I showed you was the eave tile and the gable starter tile. That's what I'm going to call it, because that's what it is. And the starter tile on here is this larger one. As we go up you can see it more towards you a little bit more. Is that a little bit better? Yes, yes. So that's the larger tile that's used every other course, and that sets your coursing off, so there's never a straight bond anywhere on the thing, which I think is pretty good. It's the original thing, that's what they use, so I think that's pretty cool. Detail wise, it's a flat little tile, and it has, if we can put the camera focus on that, I have to put my hand behind the back of it. There we go. It's got two little hanging nibs on it, and it isn't that special. Well, none of them are that special. That's the reason why I did the little roof, to actually show you. The eave tile, exactly the same, just when I pick it up. I've put my hand behind the back of it again. The same as that. It's got the two little hanging nibs, and that's all it is. It's just a flat little tile. Moulded up nice, came out nice, no complaints about them. Now, moving on to the actual tile itself, and we'll do exactly the same again. I'll put my hand in front, probably get a bit of cardboard next time. Go on, camera. There we go.
exactly the same. It's got the two hanging nibs and just a flat piece of tile, that's it. There's no detailing on it, there's nothing. So, exactly the same with them. They were moulded nice, they came out nice. All in all, I think they look pretty good. They'd look even better if they weren't put on foam board and they were put on to joists. I've found some great photographs of these roofs that have been shells gone through them, and they look absolutely fantastic. A little bit fiddly to do, but once you get into a sort of like a pattern, excuse me, it's very easy. Now I've done this and I've put these, if you've been following the reviews, I've used the half ridge, well, the half round ridge tile, and sat here looking at them, and they don't look right. They're not right for the period. So I'm now going to have to start looking around to see if I can get some other ridge tiles. They really need to be the angled roll top, which is sort of roof shape, and with just a roll bead on the top of it. So I'm afraid to say these are wrong, totally wrong. Okay for a modern build, and yes, they were used in a few parts of the world, I think, but it's a very, very modern thing. So if I can't find a mould, I'm going to have to make something. So watch this space on that. So that's about all I can say about these little tiles. They're very flat, they're very boring, and that's what they look like. They look better in a collective than they do individually. Is it worth buying it? If you want to do a realistic roof, yes. And if you've got the patience to actually sit there and put all these on, because it did take quite a while. Well, no, tell a lie, it didn't take me that long. I think it took me about half an hour to make this little roof up. So it's just more fiddly, but they are a nice tile. So that's about all I can say on this one, and I'll leave the ball in your court. So thank you very much for joining me, and we'll see you on the next one.